You've all been asking me to check out the ore processing add-on. This is created by Team Metallurgy. This add-on is priced at 660 Minecraft coins. That's £3.29. This add-on is $4. The add-on is designed so you get more value out of your ores. You're able to pretty much duplicate these, as well as creating some really custom and cool blocks. As you've seen on the introduction of today's video, this add-on works with vanilla features. This can be combined with redstone to make automatic systems. Now, I don't know if you guys are like me, but I've started to enjoy the subtle add-ons that just enhance the vanilla experience. Now, once you do have this installed in a new or pre-existing world, you will be given a guidebook. This just explains how to use change logs, which does indicate there will be more features in the future, a way to contact them if you're having issues, and of course, the credits. Now, this is where the fun begins, because this is a very progression-based add-on. Let's get this first one crafted. So, by placing this down, there is a slight delay. It's indicating that we need to put an ore on top of here. It doesn't just have to be iron, by the way. They should have cycled through all of the ores with this. Anyway, you are able to grab any type of ore and place it on top. Now, in doing so, this will be transformed. Now, this can be broken with your hands, but obviously at first sight, you're going to have to get Silk Touch to get these. Now, this has now created something called Iron Rubble. This will be the same for your gold. It will also be the same for copper, you name it. These can all be transformed. And yes, in case you're wondering, this does work perfectly fine with the Deep Slate versions as well. So if we were to use, let's use Deep Slate Emerald, for example. This has now been converted. Now, what you want to do here is put this inside of your furnace, because you're able to duplicate your items in a legitimate way. So let's do the diamond one, for example. Now, I would typically use Fortune. This one is probably going to be useful early game. Like, a lot of people are going to say, well, yeah, I've got Fortune in my world. I don't need this. Well, again, a little bit later on, there is more parts of this add-on that you will find beneficial. I wonder if this works with Nether Gold. Let's place this down. Honestly, some of the block designs are actually really impressive. You also can do this with Quartz. Again, a really nice design. And apparently you can do it with Ancient Debris. Like I said, this one is more your early game creation, and they get a lot more complex. But if you put this inside of there, you're going to duplicate this. Instead of having just one, you will actually get two. Once you've converted all of your ores into rubble using the crusher, it's now time to make the next machine, the Sifter. This is a step up from this, and is an important piece in this puzzle, because you can't use this until you've made this. So it doesn't make the previous one obsolete. In terms of the recipes, well, it's always a diamond on the bottom. These are always the same, but these in the corners and at the top always change. So let's go ahead and grab these, open up this, and make this. So once you have all the rubble pieces, once again, let's go with diamonds. We'll also go with some gold. We'll also go with some ancient debris. You have to place these on here, and it has to be converted. This is going to be converted into a chunk now. Again, you could use these as decorative blocks. The ancient debris, I think, will be a fan favorite, because a lot of people, well, don't want to have to spend hours inside of the nether to upgrade their stuff, especially if you've got tools as well. So this was 1, it's now 4. Now, past this stage, the next ones are better than the likes of Fortune. You could use Fortune and possibly get these, right? So again, other than using the ancient debris. So rubble, then chunks, and then we have the next version. So we've got these. This one, you're going to have to go into the nether. So you can see here, the blocks once again have changed. This is nether brick, and you're going to need a blaze rod. I kind of liked the design of this one. This is the ore crystallizer. So once everything is converted into chunks, and these ones are starting to kind of minimize here, let's go ahead and once again place the diamond one. This has been the perfect example for us. This has now been converted again. This one is the diamond shard. But do a little bit of a comparison here. So we've had that one. Now we've got this one, and now we've got this one. I feel like they get better as time goes by. But this one should produce, I think it might be 8. And this is where this is so much better than the likes of your fortune. What about the coal? Coal will be an interesting one, but I feel like coal is something that you end up with in abundance. I would probably use this for maybe gold, probably not lapis. I would probably use it for emeralds, definitely use it for ancient debris. That one only produced 4 because that's... Wait, why? Oh, that's a chunk still. We have to convert this one. Haha. That makes so much more sense. This has to be converted into a shard, which is what we're about to check out next. So this one produces 8. I think you get the idea here. I'm not going to show you guys how to make all of these. They're relatively simple to do. This is the ore refiner. So once everything is converted into the shards, and I'll show you some of these decorative blocks because they're starting to get a lot brighter. This kind of reminds me of, do you remember the nether reactor core in the old pocket edition style? That's what that one looks like, but these are getting so much cleaner. Let's go with an ancient shard. That looks cool. So this might double in size again now. Yeah, this one's going to produce 16. 16. They do have a really cool sound as well. Every single one has a different sound. Emeralds. There we go. That one's now produced 16. So you wouldn't have to spend that long inside of the nether, to be honest with you, getting ancient debris. You just have to work hard in creating these. So this one produced 16. Yes, it works for every single kind of ore. And if you want to go above and beyond, you are going to need obsidian. But the most important piece of this puzzle is Dragon's Breath. So it's not something you're going to get straight away. Or you might have this in pre-existing worlds. Then it's absolutely perfect. This one is the ore, what's that? Accreter. So let's go ahead and grab, let's go with quartz diamond, ancient debris. We'll go with a whole bunch of these. These have to be converted one more time into their final form. This is going to be the essence, which I believe will provide the most out of this. This one looks pretty cool. Hold on, let's get this inside. 32. You will get 32 at a time while using this. I just want to check out the decorations of these. They are so much smoother, by the way. Let's have a little look at this. Yeah, they're way smoother than the previous ones I've showed you. One more time. Copper as well. Hold on. 32. That's ridiculous. This one's incredibly overpowered, but in a brand new world, it is going to be part of, like, the end game. So you're not going to end up super powered instantly inside of your worlds. Now, obviously, doing this the way I've done this and placing them one by one is counterproductive. Well, good news. You can automate this. Grab yourself one of every single machine or even more. Set up this with redstone just like this. Go ahead and flick this and break this. You'll see we set up a small clock here. Now, if we grab every single ore and start placing these down one by one, they're going to convert all the way along. I'm sure you guys who are really good at redstone would be able to make a better system than I have. Obviously, at the end of this, you're going to end up with this one, which is the best one that you can make, which is essence. This is going to give you the most rewards. And yeah, I just thought this was a really cool concept. I think this add-on on its own isn't necessarily amazing. I think if you start combining this with some other pre-existing add-ons, that's when this starts to become really, really fun. As for the price tag, I think a little bit expensive, considering it doesn't offer a whole lot. But that being said, it looks like there is room for more improvements and more additions within this add-on. Hope today's video has helped you decide if you want to get it or not.